stands where the willows lean, and water black and almost clean. The current hums a wordless tune beneath the dying afternoon. The reed stands still, the air feels wrong, like it's been holding breath too long. And something drifts where light won't send, a body by the riverbend. Across the shore, like it's been here forevermore. The water didn't rush or run, just held the shape of what was done. And every ripple passing through looked like it knew what it once knew. No footprints near, no trail behind, just nature trying not to mind. But even trees refuse to bend when death comes calling round the end. The river don't ask, it don't reply, it just reflects a passing lie. And every truth that chooses sand comes back around the riverbend. There's a body by the riverbend tonight, where wrong don't scream and wrong don't fight. No name to call, no hand to mend, just silence where the water's end. Oh, I tried to look away and run, but the river knows what's been done. And every step I take, I send myself back to the riverbend. The sheriff came with lowered eyes, like he had seen 1,000 lies. He didn't speak, just shook his head, like words were better left unsaid. They pulled ashore with hooked wire through drifting reeds and drowned out fire. But nothing answered, nothing showed, just water keeping what it knows. The townsfolk stood at a distance wide, like they were watching something die. But not surprised, not moved at all, just waiting for the river's call. The current swirled but stayed the same, like it refused to speak a name. And every echo floating through still felt like something I once knew. There's a body by the riverbend tonight, where wrong don't scream and wrong don't fight. No name to call, no hand to mend, just silence where the water's end. Oh, I tried to look away and run, but the river knows what's been done. And every step I take, I send myself back to the riverbend. I knelt down where the water meets the edge of dirt and cold defeat. And in the reflection I could see something staring back at me. Not anger, not a lie, not gone, just something that keeps moving on, like it was waiting all along for me to know what I'd done wrong. The river didn't change its tone, but I no longer stood alone. And in that stillness, sharp and deep, I felt the river start to keep. It ain't the water, it ain't the shore, it's every choice that came before. Every step you choose to bend, until you reach the river's end. And some things don't drift away, they just decide where they will stay. A quiet truth you can't defend, and everybody by the riverbend. The water flows, but never ends. It keeps its secrets, it defends. And I remain where silence spends, beside the body, by the riverbend. There's a burn in my throat and a weight in my hand, like two old friends I don't understand. The night sits still, but I ain't numb, just whiskey and a loaded gun. The neon flickers, the clock don't move, like time forgot what it had to prove. And every breath I'm holding in feels like it's balancing on sin. Hey, yeah. Yeah. I walked into that roadside bar with too much past and too many scars. The bartender looked but didn't ask, just poured me something built to last. The bottle spoke in quiet ways of all my nights and wasted days, and every sip brought back a face I tried so hard to just erase. There's a man across the room tonight who thinks he's wrong and thinks he's right, and I can tell just by his stare he don't belong, but neither do I here. The silence thick between us grows like something only trouble knows, and every move we try to fake feels like a choice we're about to make. It's whiskey and a loaded gun, two ways to face what I've become. One burns slow, one ends it fast, both tied to my past. Oh, I came here just to numb the pain, but it's all still running through my veins, and every road I try to outrun leads me back to a loaded gun. He stood up slow, the chair scraped loud, like a warning meant to draw the crowd. But no one moved, no one spoke, just quiet eyes through drifting smoke. He said my name like he knew the truth, like he'd been chasing me since youth. And in that moment, cold and clear, I knew exactly why I was here. Oh, the whiskey glass slipped in my grip, like it knew what I'd commit, and every heartbeat hit too loud, like it was calling out to the crowd. My hand went down without a thought to the weight I always brought, and in that still electric air I felt the end already there. It's whiskey and a loaded gun, two ways to face what I've become. One burns slow, one ends it fast, both tied to my past. Oh, I came here just to numb the pain, but it's all still running through my veins, and every road I try to outrun leads me back to a loaded gun. The lights went dim, or maybe me. The room bent out of what should be. His face blurred into something else, a mirror I couldn't help. And suddenly it wasn't him, but everything I've kept within, every regret, every lie gun. Now the bar's gone quiet still, like it swallowed up my will. No sound, no shout, no final cry, just something fading by and by. And if you walk through there someday, you might still feel we chose to stay. A bitter taste, a silent hum of whiskey and a loaded gun. The neon dies, the night goes numb, but the weight remains when morning comes. And somewhere lost in what I've done still lingers that loaded gun. The sky went black, then turned to red, like it knew what lay ahead. The wind stopped cold, the air stood tight, before it swallowed up the night. A distant glow beyond the pines, like the end of all our lives. And every breath we tried to take felt like a world about to break. Lost somewhere beyond the dark. No one thought it would grow so fast, like the future couldn't last. The fields were dry, the grass was old, like even time had turned to mold. And every fence we tried to save just marked the path the fire made. We ran too late, we ran too slow, through roads we thought we used to know. Turn we tried to trust, turn everything to ash and dust. The smoke rose up like judgment called from something deep inside us all. And every lie we tried to hide came burning out into the sky. It was the night the fire took us whole, not just the land, but every soul. No mercy left in flame or cry, burning truth across the sky. We tried to run, we tried to fight, but nothing wins against that light. And everything we thought we knew was gone before the fire moved. I saw the barn collapse and fall, like it never stood at all. The house we built with blood and time reduced to outlines, thin and blind. The photos curled inside the heat, like memories refused defeat. And every name we tried to call just echoed through the burning wall. You grabbed my hand, I felt it shake, like even hope was start to break. And in your eyes I saw the same acceptance wrapped inside the flame. The world we knew began to fade in colors we had never made. And every step we tried to send just led us closer to the end. It was a night the fire took us whole, not just the land, but every soul. No mercy left in flame or cry, just burning truth across the sky. We tried to run, we tried to fight, but nothing wins against that light. And everything we thought we knew was gone before the fire. when nothing else remained. No home, no name, no chain unchained, just ash and wind and glowing dust of everything we used to trust. And in that silence, sharp and wide, there was nowhere left to hide. Not from the fire, not from pain, not from what we couldn't change. The flames died slow but left their mark in every corner of the dark. And though the fire's gone away, it never really went away. It ain't just wood, it ain't just stone, it's everything we called our own. And sometimes fire doesn't end, it just learns how to pretend. It doesn't burn, it doesn't lie, it just reveals what's left behind, until the truth is all you see, and nothing left is you or me. It was the night the fire took us down, left nothing but a hollow ground. No future left, no wrong or right, just endless burning in the night. Oh, we tried to hold, we tried to stay, but everything was stripped away. And all that's left for us to prove is what the fire chose to do. Now I walk through sudden air, when nothing answers when I stare. No past to chase, no truth to trust, just echoes turning into dust. And if you ever see that glow across the fields where nothing grows, don't follow it, don't let it call, or you'll be part of it all. The fire sleeps but never dies, it lives in ash and empty skies. And I remain where fire took us from the night the fire took us. Still stands but barely breathes through curtains torn and dying leaves. The porch swings slow with no one there, just hollow echoes in the air. A photograph turned face down lies, like it couldn't face the skies. Somewhere deep inside the night, a widow cries without a light. To hum when morning came, before the silence knew her name. Now every room she passes through forgets the color it once knew. The table set for one again, like time forgot where he had been. And every chair she dares to pass feels heavier than broken glass. The clock don't tick, it hesitates, like it's unsure of what it waits. And every second feels too long, like it's been mourning all along. She speaks his name into the air, but only emptiness is there. And every breath she holds inside turns slowly into her last cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night. misshapen thread, like it refuses he is dead. And every wrinkle in the sheets feels like a ghost she can't release. She traces lines along the frame, still whispering his forgotten name. But silence answers all she gives, like that's the way he chooses to live. A candle melts beside the wall, like it's been listening to it all. And every flicker bends and dies, like it hears the widow's cries. The wind don't bring her any peace, it only twists what won't release. And every tear she tries to hide becomes another final cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night, but even stars refuse to light. And every echo drifting by carries her final broken cry. She walks outside where shadows bend, to where the road and sorrow end. The wind picks up like it might speak, but only sighs through broken creek. A ring still hangs around her hand, like it refuses to understand that some goodbyes don't leave a sound, they just settle in the ground. And in the dark she swears she sees a shape among the dying trees. But when she reaches, it's not real, just grief. She still can feel, and maybe love don't truly die, it just learns how to say goodbye. In empty rooms and fading skies, and in a widow's last cries, no heaven answers, no hell replies, just silence where the memory lies. And every heart that breaks in two still learns to live without the truth. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, no flame, no soul, no final spark, just love that time could not destroy, but never gave her back the boy. Oh, she calls, but nothing replies, just echoes in the endless skies. And every night she says goodbye to the sound of her last cry. Now the house stands cold and warm, where love and silence both were born. No footsteps left, no voice to hear, just absence settling year by year. And if you pass that lonely place where sorrow never leaves its trace, don't listen long, don't ask her why, or you'll hear the widow's last cry. The widow's last cry. Runs thin, and grief just circles back again. And somewhere in the empty sky still echoes the widow's last cry.
Forgot what it was meant to do. The chapel door stood open wide, but something darker lived inside. The candles burned with a crooked flame, like they were ashamed to say his name. And every step I took within felt like I was walking into slow but didn't speak, like he'd heard that question every week. His hands were clean, his voice was calm, but something there was far from warm. And when it finally met my stare, I saw no fate, no mercy there. He said, son, truth is what you need, but truth don't grow from planted seed. When roots are buried deep in lies and watered down with alibis, the walls creak soft like they agreed with every doubt I couldn't leave. And every cross that hung in place felt like it had lost its grace. The preacher lied again tonight, wrapped in wrong and dressed as right. Every word he tried to say felt like digging deep for graves. So I tried to believe somehow, but I can see it clear now. And every truth I thought I knew was buried underneath his view. I found a book he left behind, with pages torn and lines crossed blind. Verses changed, meanings bent, like truth was something he could rent. And in the margins, faint but clear, were names of those who once stood here. Each one marked, each one gone, like they never truly belonged. The silence pressed against my chest, like something begging to confess that faith ain't built on borrowed sound. Truth itself is never found. And maybe it was never him, but all of us that followed in, looking for a lot to hold in stories we were always told. But truth don't bend, truth don't hide, it don't wear robes or pick a side. And every lie we let remain just gives the dark another name. The preacher lied again tonight, and I won't call it wrong or right, 'cause now I see what I became. Just another voice inside the same. Oh, I tried to stand apart, but doubt was always in my heart. And every truth I tried to claim got lost inside that preacher's name. Now the church stands cold and bare, no prayers left hanging in the air. The bell don't ring, the flame don't arise, just quiet echoes of disguised lies. And I don't kneel, I don't pretend to follow paths that twist and bend. I walk alone through doubt and pain, where truth survives beyond the chain. The doors still creak, the shadows bend, and somewhere he still speaks again. But I don't listen like I did then, 'cause I know the preacher lied again. The bell's cold, the night is thin, like it knows what I'm sinking in. 6 rounds loaded, no place to run, just me and what I've become. The wind don't speak, it only waits, like it's counting down my fate. And every breath I steal tonight feels like it's the final ride. Slow through empty dust, with a heart half broke and a mind gone rust. No church bell rings, no prayers arrive, just silence where the guilty survive. They said, boy, you can't undo all the blood that's tied to you, but I ain't here for mercy's hand. understand. The town don't move, it holds its breath, like it's watching me meet death. And every step across the ground feels like a hammer sound. I count the shots before they land, like forgiveness needs a hand. But every second pulls me through to what I know I have to do. 6 shots to redemption in the dark, one for every broken mark. No heaven waits, no devil calls, just echoes bouncing off these walls. Why try to run from what I am? But I'm the product of my damn, and every bullet left to choose is another chance I lose. The first shot ain't forgiveness found, it's just another hollow sound, a ghost of all I couldn't save, reverberating through the grave. The second burns like memory of every face that couldn't be free, and I feel them standing close tonight, not angry, just out of sight. The third one shakes my steady grip, like it knows what's gonna slip, and every truth I tried to hide starts crawling back inside. The fourth one whispers through my chest, says you were never doing your best, and every lie I ever spun comes undone one by one. 6 shots to redemption in the dark, one for every broken mark. No heaven waits, no devil calls, just echoes bouncing off these walls. I tried to run from what I am, but I'm the product of my damn, and every bullet left to choose is another chance I lose. The fifth goes off, the sky goes still, like it's bending to my will, but I can feel the truth descend. This ain't a start, it's the end. The 6 is warm inside my hand, like it finally understands that redemption ain't a place you find, it's what you leave behind. And in that second sharp and clean, I see everything between what I was and what I'll be, colliding quietly. It ain't the gun that makes it right, it's the truth you face at night. When every shot you try to send don't erase what won't end, and redemption don't arrive when the body's still alive. It's the moment you confess there was never nothing less. 6 shots to redemption in the rain, but nothing ever kills the pain. No mercy comes, no angels fall, just silence taking all. I tried to be something new, but every shot just let me through to every choice I can't undo, and all 6 shots were still me too. Now the barrel's cold, the night is done, no more counting what I've done, just empty shells and broken sound on unforgiving ground. And if you ever stand like me, with nothing left but what you see, don't trust the gun, don't trust the run. Redemption ain't for anyone. 6 shots fired into the dark, left nothing but a fading mark, and I remain where truth is spun, between the shots I've never undone. The ink was dry before I signed, like it knew what it would find. A
trembling hand, a desperate mind, and a promise I left behind. The air went cold without a sound, like the world had turned around, and every shadow in the room leaned in close like it knew doom. He didn't look like fire or flame, just a man who knew my name, smiling soft, too calm, too wide, like something hollow lived inside. He said, I can fix what's broken you, all the things you've been through. But his eyes never blinked once, like he'd done this 1,000 times. I asked him what he wanted in return. He said, nothing you can't afford to burn. And I laughed like I understood, but I never really should. The pen felt heavy in my grip, like it had teeth along its tip, and every word I wrote down fast was something I could never cast back. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No fortune came, no burning light, just silence where the truth should be, and something watching inside of me. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every step I try to run still echoes what I've done. Gone when I looked twice, just dust and air and frozen time. The signature still burned my skin like it had crawled itself within. I tried to speak but no sound came, just whispers calling out my name from somewhere not quite far or near, but always standing right here. My reflection didn't match my face, it wore a grin I couldn't place, and every blink it made instead looked just a little more like dead. The ground beneath me didn't shift, it just accepted what I'd gift, and every breath I tried to take was something darker in its wake. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No mercy left, no wrong or right, just empty words I can't undo, and everything that's breaking through. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every road I try to run still leads me back to what I've done. I saw him once in crowded streets where no one else would meet his eyes, just standing there in passing light, smiling like he owns the night. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but every fear I tried to keep came rushing back in sudden waves, like I was standing on my grave. And when I blinked, he wasn't there, just winding silence, empty air. But something lingered in his place, like he had carved it in the space. It ain't about a soul you sell, it's every truth you never tell, every line you choose to cross without counting what you lost. And deals like that don't break or fade, they just become the lives you made, till every choice you thought was free is just another part of me. The devil's deal went wrong for me, but not in ways I thought it'd be. No chains, no fire, no final scream, just waking up inside a dream. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the ending's already done, and every breath I still belong to the devil's deal gone wrong. Now I don't bargain, I don't pray, I just watch the light decay. No escape, no victory won, just the price of what I've done. And if you ever hear that call from a voice behind the wall, don't answer back, don't play along, or your deal will go wrong. The ink is dry, the night is long, and nothing here feels truly wrong. Just me and everything I've done. From the devil's deal gone wrong. From the devil's deal gone wrong.
The tires hum on broken ground, where heaven don't make a sound, just dust and heat and fading light, pulling me into the night. The road don't end, it just declines, through crooked trees and crooked signs. And every mile I lose control, feels like it's taking part of my soul. I took this road with no clear plan, just a tired heart and trembling hands. They said don't go where the map runs thin, but I was already deep within. The radio died mid-broken song, like even sound knew something wrong. And every shift of gravel hiss felt like a warning I dismissed. Old bonds lean like they've seen too much, like they remember every touch of those who passed and never came back the same, or back the same. The sky went low, the air went thick, like something waited just to hit quick. And every breath I tried to keep pulled me further down the steep. It's a dirt road to damnation I ride, where truth and shadow coincide. No turning back, no guiding flame, just whispers calling out my name. Oh, I tried to steer away from sin, but the road just pulled me in. And every choice I thought was mine leads me further down the line. Lead further down the line. I passed a sign half-eaten through that read no hope for what you do, but someone carved beneath the rust, too late for those who lose their trust. The fields were black with burning grass, like something evil came to pass. And every shadow in the haze looked like it knew my final days. A house stood dead beside the bend, no door, no window to defend, just silence heavier than stone, like it was built to take the loan. The wheels kept rolling slow and grim, like I was being dragged within. And every mile I tried to flee just tightened what was chasing me. It's a dirt road to damnation I ride, where truth and shadow coincide. No turning back, no guiding flame, just whispers calling out my name. Oh, I tried to steer away from sin, but the road just pulled me in. And every choice I thought was mine leads me further down the line. Standing in the haze,
days, not moving, just those hollow stares, like versions of me I abandoned, waiting where the road was landing. They didn't speak, they didn't move, just proof of everything I proved, and every step I took before now stood outside that broken door. The road ahead just disappeared, but somehow still I stayed near, like something deeper made me stay where damnation chose the way. It ain't a place, it ain't a gate, it's every choice we think is fate, every lie we let survive while we pretend we're still alive. And hell don't always burn or scream, sometimes it looks just like a dream, a road that never lets you turn but lets you slowly learn to burn. It's a dirt road to damnation, I know, and I can feel there's nowhere to go, no mercy left, no hand to save, just echoes digging every grave. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the journey's already done, and every path I thought was free was just the road consuming me. No destination left to find, just endless gravel in my mind. And if you ever hear that sound of tires on forgotten ground, don't follow it, don't chase its call, or you'll lose the road, lose it all. The dust still rises, night still stays, the road don't end, it only plays, and I remain where souls are spun on the dirt road to damnation done. And low, lay down, boy, just let go. But I ain't built to break that way. I'll rise again come judgment day, 'cause no grave can hold me down. I climb back up from underground, through the dust and through the stone, I'll find my way back home. When the dead stop making sound, no grave can hold me down. I felt the cold kiss of a sinner's. The gates hang open, rusted wide, like they've got nothing left to hide. The wind don't howl, it breathes in slow through rows of names I used to know. The moon lays pale on crooked stones, like skin stretched tight on silent bones. And every step I take feels weak, like the ground remembers me. I come here when the night runs deep, where the dead don't talk but secrets keep. No questions asked, no judgment passed, just shadows buried in the past. The gravel shifts beneath my boots, like it's alive with quiet troops. And every name I pass along feels like a line in some old song. There's one out back with no carved name, just broken earth and sinking frame. No flowers laid, no prayers to speak, that's where it keeps what I can't keep. But kneel down slow, I don't confess, no need to speak what I suppress. The silence knows, the darkness sees, it holds it all with quiet ease. The graveyard keeps my secret safe, in hollow ground no one can trace. Every sin, every lie, buried deep where truth won't rise. Oh, I try never full. The headstones lean like tired men who've seen it all and won't again. No stories told, no voices left, just names worn down by time and theft. Aladdin swings from my own hand, casting shapes across the land. But every shadow looks the same, like it remembers what I became. I hear no sound but feel it there, a weight that lingers in the air. Not from below, not from above, but from the things I never spoke of. The ground don't stir, it don't reply, it just absorbs what we deny. And every truth I tried to break still lives in every step I take. The graveyard keeps my secret safe in hollow ground no one can trace. Every sin, every lie, buried deep where truth won't rise. So I tried to leave it far away, but it always calls me back to stay. And every night I feel that pull to where the earth is never full. I found the place where I once knelt, with hands that shook and heart that felt. Too much to carry, too much to name, so I let the earth take all the blame. I dug it deep, I covered fast, like dirt could swallow up the past. But something in me always knew, it never left, it just withdrew. And now I stand where silence grows, with nothing left but what it knows. That buried truth don't fade away, it just learns how to stay. There ain't no grave that locks it tight, no darkness deep enough for night to hide the weight of what we've done, or all the things we've tried to outrun. And maybe this is where they stay, not in the ground but in the grave, between what was and what remains. A quiet echo of our chains. The graveyard keeps my secrets still, but I can feel them breathing through the chill. Every sin, every lie still lives beneath this quiet sky. Oh, I tried to bury all of me, but nothing here sets anything free. And now I know what I've become, just another secret in the ground. Now I don't leave when morning breaks, I stay right here where silence aches. No past to run, no truth to speak, just everything the graveyard keeps. And if you ever pass these stones and feel that weight down to your bones, don't kneel too long, don't stay too deep, or you'll be something the graveyard keeps. The gates don't close, the night won't end, the dead don't speak, but they pretend. And I remain where shadows seep, a secret the graveyard will keep. I hear the devil whisper soft and low, lay down boy, just let go. But I ain't built to break that way, I'll rise again come judgment day. Cause no grave can hold me down, I climb back up from underground, and through the dust and through the storm, I'll find my way back home. But when the dead stop making sound, no grave can hold me down. I felt the cold kiss of the sinners, I hear the devil whisper soft and low, lay down boy, just let go. But I ain't built to break that away, I'll rise again come judgment day. Cause no grave can hold me down, I climb back up from underground, through the dust.
There's rust on the revolver and dust on my name. The mirror don't answer, it just looks the same. The air feels heavier, like it knows what I've done. And And every silence in this room sounds like a loaded gun.
I'd never let it in, wrapped in cloth and a faded sin, like it was waiting deep within. The wood's gone soft, the iron's cold, but it still remembers what it holds. And every scratch along its frame feels like it's speaking out my name. The house don't creak the way it should. It creaks like something misunderstood, like every step I ever made left something darker in its wake. I tell myself it's just a tool, but still don't care about the rules. And every breath I try to take feels like a choice I shouldn't make. There's rust on the revolver tonight, like time itself gave up the fight. Every turn of the cylinder feels like it's getting closer. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it never left my mind. And every road I've come across still leads me back to what I lost. I see it sitting in my hand, like it's part of some darker plan. Not moving, not alive, not dead, just echoing inside my head. The night leans in through broken blinds, like it's reading between the lines. And every shadow on the wall feels like it's waiting for the call. I hear my heart beat in the still, like it's deciding what it will. And every second feels too wide, like something's standing on my side. The weight don't shift, it don't release, it only promises no peace. And every thought I try to break just circles back to what I take. There's rust on the revolver tonight, like time itself gave up the fight. Every turn of the cylinder feels like it's getting closer. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it never left my mind. And every road I've come across still leads me back to what I lost. The room goes quiet, even breath feels like it's negotiating death. And in the silence I can see all the things I used to be. Not judgment, not regret alone, just faces carved into the stone of every moment I let slide, until they gathered here inside. The revolver doesn't speak or move, but somehow I still know the truth. It's not the steel that weighs me down, it's everything I never drowned. It ain't the metal, it ain't the rust, it's every broken piece of trust. Every line I crossed too fast, coming back to make it last. And maybe it was never fate, just choices I accumulated, till every path I tried to run led me back to what I've done. There's rust on the revolver still, but it bends me to its will. Every turn I can't deny feels like I was meant to try. Oh, I tried to be someone new, but there's nothing I can undo. And every road that I survive still ends with what I keep alive. Now I set it back in place, like it never